We haven't even started yet. Why are you already dead?
JJ.
I'll see myself out.
Okay, so first
What's
things
that?
first. Welcome to Scrapyard, everybody. I'm your host, BC.
Fucking Rob.
Dreamer girl.
And I'm Solo Jones.
And he's Flaming Bees.
Is he really?
Yeah, we'll see. So, anyways, with all that said, tonight's topic is the passion we feel.
Woo.
And as per usual, at the beginning of every single episode, we reveal that this is this week's scrap battle. It's Venom versus Spawn. Hello,
Ooh.
Daniel.
Oh, wait,
So, yeah.
wait, nitty bong.
So yeah, there you go. There's the topic. There's the scrap battle for the week. And we're going to be having all sorts of fun with this because we're going to be talking about a whole ton of different things. But before we get into any of it, you guys already know exactly what we got to do. We got to do figure/book appreciation of the week.
Woo.
Woo!
Woo! What do you get your ass up here?
Right, since I missed out on a certain figure on its first time round, I got comic edition Grimlock. Yes, I was one of the few people, one of the many people that missed out on Studio Series 86 Grimlock, and everybody has said what a fantastic toy this is. So yes, I had to pre-order my copy of the comic edition Grimlock. Comes in the same nice collector's box with the bio, the figure inside with a nice comic book paint deco, and some nice artwork on the back.
Woo!
So now I'm officially in the SS86 Grimlock Club.
Yeah, but yours looks weird. So, anyways, Dreamer, go ahead. What's your book?
So my book is The Sorority Murder. Because,
Ooh.
apparently all I read are murder books.
But then the question is, what happened to Rachel Price?
I don't know yet. I haven't finished it.
Hi, Suko. What you got for us, boo boo?
Probably one of the best figures I've gotten in a long ass time. Concept Frenzy or Rumble, whatever your name is, you're a piece of shit. Prime Changer Sentinel Prime.
That was a good set. That was a good setup.
The way this motherfucker straight trolled the fuck out of us.
I mostly did it to you.
Well, you're a cock for that. Anyways, hi. How are you? My figure appreciation of the week. It isn't Party Wall. For those who are automatically thinking that's what it's going to be. Nope. It's actually SS86 Swoop.
Ooh.
So yeah, I now. So while Woody is just now finally joining the 86 Grimlock Club, I'm in the 86 Dinobot Club. So
Hey,
yeah,
well,
I finally have all 5. I do see some like modding potential specifically with Swoop.
So I do want to ask a question, BC. Did he, as we predicted, become as quite rare and sought after.
What?
Yeah.
Get with me in a month.
Because we predicted that Swoop, being the last one released, would be the hardest one to find, and thus be the one that commands the most on the secondary market.
Yeah, like I said, give it a month.
Okay.
Because, it's only just now starting to really trickle out to collectors' hands.
Yeah, well, I'm just happy to finally be in the SS86 Grimlock Club, given how much people love that tool.
Well, yeah, there's a very good reason why. That figure on its own is fucking fantastic, but I can use that as the springboard to jump into the passion we feel. What exactly is something that genuinely brings out that passion in you? Like, obviously, books are your thing, Transformers are my thing, toys in general is fucking Rob's thing, although I think he'd lean more towards video games.
Mm-hmm.
And Woody, well, it's
Yeah.
Woody.
He's Woody.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, he's very passionate about making sure that he's up to date on as much as he can.
Yeah. And
So-
it is a chore living in the UK and being reliant on imports and shopping and supply chains.
Yeah, it's a real pain in the ass, especially for somebody like me, where I left mainline, jumped into MP, found out I was having a son, sold the MP stuff, replaced it with mainline again. So now look at all this stuff that I was ignoring for the longest time that now I have to go back and rebuy. Which, by the way, give this man right here, this guy right here, give him a round of applause, because I wouldn't have gotten as far as I did with the mainline stuff if it wasn't for his help.
Yeah. And it was the point I brought up last time in the Hasbro thing, where the difficulty is, BC and Rob, you guys being able to go to like Walmart, Target and stuff and pick up mainline stuff that's fairly recent, fairly up to date, quite easily.
Exactly.
Unlike here where, we have to just wait on the supply chains and guaranteed pre-orders.
And it's a chore and a half, and I do definitely understand it from that standpoint. And I'm not going to pretend that I wouldn't understand it, because let's face it, I've been in that boat plenty of times where I couldn't find something for the longest time, and because of that, I had to pay a fucking upcharge on the aftermarket, and it's a pain in the ass. I've been there, but ultimately, I'm going to say that to say this: if the passion for the product or the passion for the fan base was not there, you never would have even considered doing it.
Yeah. That being said, there is one side of collecting right now that rekindled my passion immensely, and it has been Super 7. I'm not being funny. I know a lot of people like to hate on these guys for, the repaints, the 5 POA 3.75 inch articulate, 5 POA figures and a 3.75 inch. But someone who grew up in the period in the UK in the 80s, grew up around the Star Wars figures. And
it all makes sense with you now. That's what it is. It's the childhood aspect of it.
And the fact, it's not just that. It's the fact that Super 7, and using this as an example, right? We mentioned the Optimus Prime. It's this. It's Unicron. They have made a 6-inch figure based on not only the Japanese toy prototype, but they also made a action figure based on the original Hasbro prototype. These things, yes, they may be going deep cut, but they are made with collectors in mind, doing toy versions, cartoon versions. So they have a mass market appeal in that, if you want a toy accurate, a toy style Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, you can buy it. Or if you want one that is based on the TV show, It's right there. And that's why I think the passion has been reignited through Super 7.
Y'all, we gotta do it. Y'all know it. Y'all know what we gotta do. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
BBS.
You get your chant every single time.
Yeah. And the thing is, BC, I think Super 7 also ignited your passion when I showed you those 2000X TMN Ultimates TMNT figures. You know, the designs, the articulation, the accessories they come with.
It's less the fact that it was Super 7 doing it, and it was more the fact of Super 7 is doing my Turtles. Like, I really like this thing. I genuinely love it. For $50, you get a lot with this.
Yeah.
That said, this you can definitely tell is based more on the original Turtles. So
It's
therefore,
87.
it like just from that aspect alone, I really don't have much of an attachment to it. Those Super 7 Ultimates of the 2000s Turtles, I'm so mad that I can't just buy them now because I know what Super 7's price points look like, and they are not cheap. So if
They're
I
like
want those turtles, I'm going to have to go into that bedroom right now and beg on my hands and knees to Mrs. BC to let me get a set.
And considering the fact that we're going to be like, what, $55 a piece, like 200 and something if you buy the entire set through Super 7. But then if you buy the full set through Super 7, you get the accessory pack that comes with heads and loads of other accessories. And what I like about the Ultimates, as I showed you and BC, you, Rob, and BC, is even with the Power Rangers ones, it comes with a load of accessories to, you know, fully customize, give it different options, different variants. Like how the Red Ranger.
I'm going to say this one thing real quick before we move on and we actually allow Dreamer to talk for a minute.
Sorry, I do apologize.
No, it's okay.
Like, it's the passion. It's the passion.
Yeah.
But in the same vein, you can literally give that same exact major prop to NECA.
Yes.
Because like I have the NECA Gargoyles line. That reignited the passion for Gargoyles in me because those are fantastic figures. They go for such deep cut accessories where you would literally only understand it if you watched the show. If you were just some random person picking up Broadway, just for example, and you pull that flap open and you see the two, like the mace axe thing, you would literally be sitting like, okay, why does he need those? But the Gargoyle fan is going to see those and go, oh, I remember that. So yeah, that's why I wanted to bring that up. Anyways, Dreamer?
I mean, I guess passion for like books has always been, it's like my childhood, my teenage years, my adulthood, and then it's something I can pass on to my son, you know, little Dreamer. And he absolutely just I can't even begin to explain the passion that I feel when I see him hold up a book and say, "You read," and it makes you just like the face that you know BC is making. That is like the inner, you know, as a book nerd, I love seeing that. And then, you know, Mr. Dreamer doesn't like reading, so which is okay. He just funds my obsession. And I mean, I guess nothing beats going to a used bookstore and coming out with like 5 or 6 books that I may or may not read. But it's okay. I mean, I don't just read murder books, people. I read other books too. Like, I read romance. I read, comedy. I don't just read people dying.
Don't worry, it's just murder is the flavor of the month.
I mean, it is, coming on to my favorite time of year, which is fall.
Yeah, I think that flavor of the month extended to a few months. I think we need to cleanse the palate a little bit.
I actually did start reading a romance book a few days ago. But then I was like, I need some I need some death.
But the thing is, Dreamer, because he keeps skipping over the story, will we ever find out what happens to Rachel Price? We need to know.
I don't know, maybe.
What's up? PC, waving.
Fucking Rob, you have something to say? Okay, brilliant. That's all he had to say. All right, let's go ahead and move
on. Where to begin?
Oh God, are you gonna need the floor?
Maybe.
No, I'm trying to think of a good spot to begin.
Your favorite video game?
I was going to say preferably at the beginning, Rob.
Dreamer, do me a favor and punch him.
Oh, I can do so much better.
Oh, no. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I can do so much better.
And BC commands it must happen.
Well, Woody, bless your heart.
Woody, you dead?
Yeah, man.
He's a zombie.
Woody, you okay? Okay, Daddy?
It hurts. It hurts in ways I never thought possible.
Bob, we'll get your ass up.
But for me, video games back in the day was just something to keep me occupied because I was never really an active person growing up. Granted, I'm short as fuck, so I'll never grow up.
He'll never grow up because he's a Toys R Us kid.
Amen.
So am I now.
And then just after a while, it's just like, hey, it keeps me out of trouble and keeps me away from drugs. So that helps too.
Well, my argument with Mr. Dreamer is for every book that I buy, it's one less drug I ever want.
Exactly. But then you look at me as like, how is this guy not on drugs?
Well, simple.
That is
I'm around.
I mean, and then depending on the type of video game, I'll go all in, getting whatever extra stuff it comes with. I mean, hell, I spent almost $200 on this.
Jesus Christ.
So, where's my video game?
I'm working on that. I just bought a TV.
Well, look, you gotta give him time, Dreamer. He just spent $200 on Baldur's Gate.
Hey, where's
that was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you're supposed to be using for the joke.
You're the joke.
Hey! Leave One Nut Wonder out of it.
Do I need to? Do I need to, BC?
No, seriously though, let Rob cook for a minute.
Another example where video games is a passion of mine. The recent reveal for the next Metroid Prime game. I saw the trailer, and this sumbitch basically saw my full-on reaction to it, and I basically like.
He was doing backflips in his living room at that point.
Uh-huh.
In the words of Deadpool from the 2013 game, your pants have a little bit of shit in them, don't they?
Classic game, by the way.
Oh, no, sorry, the quote was, let's be real. I'm not the only one with a little bit of shit in my pants now, am I?
No wonder it feels muddy.
No, nastiness.
Well, at least it's his own stuff for his group.
Anyways, again, let our boy cook. Let our boy cook.
BC, one last thing before he cooks a bit more. At least it's his own stuff for his ruining. Ow!
Go on.
And it's not really long. And sometimes, for me, because I also like a little bit of art as well, I'll give bucks of nothing but art for video games.
Oh.
Like a buck of Final Fantasy 16 art, Jumbo-ass Bible for Monster Hunter.
Oh, sweet. You know what, Rob? I do actually miss the days when video games actually came with sweet-ass collector's items in them, like those books and the statues and props and stuff.
Well, they still do, just not all the time.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You know when it was, like, really common?
Mm-hmm.
I miss those days too.
Those were the days.
You know what I also miss? You know, I don't know if anyone else here remembers it. Do you remember the days when big box video games had the in-universe manuals?
Loved those.
Yeah.
You know, like when the instruction manual that came with it was written as an in-universe document.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you got the GTA games, when the instruction manual was written as a tour guide for a tourist manual for Liberty City or Vice City, and it actually came with little adverts for all the car dealers and radio stations.
In my personal opinion, the best video game manual to ever see the light of day was the video game manual for Sly Cooper.
Oh, when it was actually written as the Thievius Raccoonus.
When it wasn't written as the Thievius Raccoonus, it was the Thievius Raccoonus.
I don't know. You know, I'm sure that fucking Rob can guess what my favorite video game purchase has been when I bought the fancy version of Persona 5 in the metal case. And I spent a ridiculous amount of money. And when Mr. Dreamer found out how much it was, I had to remind him it was my last single girl purchase. I didn't use his money on it. I used my own.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I look at it and I'm just like, oh, you make me so happy.
And I'm going to end my little segment here with something I'm pretty sure Boss Monkey here hasn't seen yet. I just saw it this morning through Darksider's Facebook page. They're getting ready to announce something. As soon as we're done with the show, I'll show it to you, because basically all they said was get ready for another ride. And that's the passion, baby.
See, bouncing off what you said earlier about the Sly Cooper manual, do you know what my favorite ones were? The Half-Life manuals.
Oh,
you know,
I never messed with Half-Life, so I wouldn't know.
See,
did you ever play The Sims?
But the reason why I like the Half-Life manuals is the first game, the Half-Life 1 manual, was written as a Black Mesa research facility employee manual. It had all notes in it written by Gordon Freeman. It had little coffee stains. It had little pictures. And then the expansion pack, Opposing Force, that was written as a U.S. Marine Corps combat manual. And it had all the little notes and stuff and questions. And then obviously the last one, Blue Shift, was the Black Mesa Research Facility Security Guard manual.
And I'm going to show off quickly before we move on for sure. Probably one of the best collector's editions of a game I bought.
Done.
Metroid Dread. But the best thing that probably came with it, art cards of the...
Oh, that is sweet.
And each of the main games has the shape of the visor of the game.
Oh, that is sweet. So you got the little NES style Game Boy.
And if you notice how much sharper the visor itself actually gets over time.
Yeah, there you go.
That is a metal case for a book or a game.
Oh, I love those.
That is cool.
I'm done.
I'm
So
just
now
saying,
it's my turn to kind of really flex a little bit. So, in my case, my biggest passion is less having the toy and more showing the toy. For those who know me, you know I put a lot of work into how I choose to display my stuff. And because of that, it could literally take me hours upon hours upon hours of me doing draft after draft after draft to finally get what I personally view as my quote-unquote perfect display. And fucking Rob can testify in this particular instance because he's helped me set a few of these up. He knows how meticulous I am. And and I'm fairly certain he's questioned a couple times, why the hell does he bother putting all this work in? He sees the final product and immediately goes, that's why.
And then after a while, I just stopped questioning him.
Because when I have the vision in mind, I go after it.
And to be honest, I'm kind of doing that myself with, well, let me show you. I'm not meaning to cut you off by any means. I can figure out how to reverse my camera here because I'm not used to that shit.
It's wonky, so
I'm working on my display for my TV. As you can see, I've got stuff set up on one side of the TV.
I like that.
And yes, she's still there.
Oh, God. Oh, God, run!
And then I've got stuff set up on this side of the TV that I'm slowly working on. He's going to kill me, so I'm going to walk away.
Oh, look, BC, it's that Star Saber.
You've got 5 seconds to start running.
Or do you need me to do it, BC? Because I mean, I still have some in me.
Do it so I can catch up to him.
So Woody?
Yeah?
Bless your heart.
No! Damn it. Damn it. Ow. Oh,
spoil himself.
So you know what? BC, high five.
Why?
And then, Rob just, sat there eating his popcorn and watching all the fun.
Well, look, just because Rob isn't getting punched in the face doesn't mean to say you have to punch me.
I'm the weapon here.
I feel like I'm kind of the weapon now.
Well, look, where's your usual punching bag?
That would be you.
Turn around, look in the mirror.
God damn it.
Anyways, my biggest challenge when it comes to this whole display thing is this guy.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out a way to display this to where he doesn't have to just stand there. Like,
T-pose,
I have the
basically.
room. I can figure something out. I'm just not sure what yet.
I mean, would a pose similar to how he is on the box art with the, where he's leaning back, letting the barrage of
I
firepower
have a
go?
personal rule to never utilize what's on the box.
Okay. But can the toy actually do that pose, like where he's, slightly leaning back, unleashing the devastation?
Yep, he can. He most certainly can.
Does he balance okay, or he looks a bit top heavy?
He balances perfectly fine because you got to bear in mind his torso isn't a solid piece. He's literally hiding something in his torso that you unplug to attach onto a smaller figure. And yes, I said a smaller figure, not Megatron / Galvatron specifically. You can actually, that's one of my favorite parts about that tidal wave figure. You can take the parts and put them on damn near any figure.
But then again, BC, bouncing off what you and Rob said earlier, I have seen you do your displays. I've been in numerous chats with you where you've been doing your thing, doing your displays. And I can honestly tell you are that meticulous that there have been many times where you've been like, no, scrap it, start again.
Yep.
Because something doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't have the same impact you were aiming for.
Hell, for a while, I was very much so not happy with how my display was originally looking. Because, I had to make a bunch of exceptions for how specific things moved around. And I was sitting there like, man, this doesn't hit like I used to. So then I finally started pulling things down and then readjusting shelving and then throwing things back in. And now all of a sudden I'm kind of sitting back, I'm looking at everything, and I'm like, much better.
Yeah, I've noticed that you can be a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to how your display has to be, how it pops.
It's less perfectionist and more understanding the space I have.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I say perfectionist, it has to be just right. With the posing, the space, the juxtaposition, the aesthetics.
It's so funny that he said that. I tried to defend myself, but literally within seconds, I looked up and I looked right at my Menasor, and I'm like, I should probably drop that shelf down real quick.
See, he's all right. He's just what he. But it's true though. It's spitting facts. You're always looking to see. Okay, it's to quote Pedro Pascal from one of them. It's good, but it can be better.
So, anyways, would anybody like to say anything else to help wrap up the discussion portion so that we can actually move into the RMS?
Absolutely. I have one more thing, if it's okay, Woody.
Go on.
So, I mean, for me, like for readers, we have two options. We can either do, the good old fashioned, physical book, which I mean, I love it. Love me, the feel and smell of a book makes you happy. Then the other option you have is, the beautiful e-reader, which I mean, it still brings a lot of passion to it because then it makes traveling easier. Or if you're just like me and you're going to work and you don't know what you want to take with you to read. So, I mean, overall, I would say, do I love the e-reader? Yes. Do I love it more than an actual physical book? No.
No.
Which I know that that's going to have people coming at me, and that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. But I personally, the more passion I get is from an actual physical book.
Yeah.
You want to know what
And
kind of passion I get from a physical book?
Hmm.
If Woody pissed me off and I whacked him upside the head with a tablet, the tablet's going to break on his head.
That's
He
very
pisses me
true.
off and I whack him in the head with a book, he's going to go bam and the book's going to be fine.
I do actually have a book you could hit him with.
What did I do?
I mean, it's my Harry Potter book. It's the 7th one. I mean, it's hard
Ooh, the big
cover.
one.
I've seen how thick that book is too.
And
You better
it's-
run, Woody.
And it's the the
Wax on,
hardcover,
wax off.
from it's the first edition, I think.
So he throws the book, wax on, wax off.
Are you sure about that? And then that's all
No,
I
but-
have. So whoever wants to go next.
But the thing is, I was going to say, Helen, third option, Audible. I think that is a fantastic option, and that's currently my preferred option for books because I can listen while I, go to work, come
Mhm.
home from work. I can lay in bed and listen to the story, and depending on the narrator and
Yeah.
whether it's full cast or not, I can actually get more into the story. When it's narrated and they're setting the scene.
I do agree with that. Like, I like audiobooks, but for me, it has to be like the right time and place.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I'd like to sit there and read, I think given my personal status, I say status, but my personal situation at the moment, I think Audible is absolutely perfect for my needs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can still enjoy the books I love. I can still, I'm just enjoying them read to me as I walk to and from work.
30 seconds.
But yeah, the passion we feel, whether it's a toy, a book, whatever it is, whether it's, getting this in our hands, getting it, loving it for what it is. I think,
At the end
that's
of the
what it
day,
is.
at the end of the day, none of that truly matters if we don't have the passion, which
That's
is
very
why
true.
Exactly.
we have to feel the passion. The passion is what we need to feel,
Yeah.
and that is where we're going to cut it off. Now, on to the RMS. And this week's RMS is going to be on something that I've been kind of toying around with in my head. Say there's a specific figure I want to review, but I can't, or not can't. I am having difficulty getting myself inspired enough to do the video. Well, Beanie kind of being in my arms is not really helping me. Yeah. Hey, bud. I love you
Put
too,
the
bud.
bean down.
I love you too, but you gotta get down, dude.
Put the beanie down now.
You legit not going. Okay.
Beanie's like, you must give me attention, father. I have been attention starved all day.
That he has been. He's a good boy, though. Who's that baby? Who's that baby? Good boy. So, anyways, say I want to do a review sort of type thing for this big boy to bring him in one more time. The setup work and everything for this would take me hours on end to get it all properly filmed in frame, all that. And to be honest, I couldn't be bothered. So What I'm thinking is do a short form type of video for it, where I don't have to show off everything, but I can definitely talk on the talking points. So, for instance, if I were to, go. Sorry, hang on. There we go. So, say for instance, I'm holding him up like this, and I'm going, "Hey, here's tidal wave." One of the things that he can do is he can take this thing out. This can attach to Megatron. Obviously, rough example, but basically, it's just I'm going over the figure in a short form format. Do you guys think that would be something worth checking out, or should I basically grow a pair?
Mm,
Personally, I'm not sure because, I mean, that whole TikTok style of video is quite popular.
Have you ever thought of doing maybe a two-parter review, like a multi-part review?
Oh, trust me, that'd be massive. That'd require a lot of parts because, I mean, if you think about it, you'd be talking about each piece of the Dark Fleet, Tidal Wave himself,
what I'm basically suggesting is do one part, basically the features of the vehicle mode and all its features.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, and then the next part, robot mode. Do all the features and doodads on that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you feel like it, a small third part with its feature to do whatever it does for the other figures.
I'll think about that.
Yeah, because, I mean, the thing is, Rob's idea could work, but then again, it all depends on how in-depth you really want to go with talking about the Dark Fleet, the robot mode, and then the combined mode.
But yeah, that's just something I was thinking about recently. Now, that's probably like the shortest little RMS I've probably ever done.
Hmm.
Wow, that was sad.
Anybody got any good jokes?
No,
Rob?
because unfortunately I am bound by my own professional rules.
Hmm.
I was refraining from saying he sat in the ringleader position. Ow!
Anyways, I think it's time. Let's get into it.
First question. Which Venom are we actually talking about here?
The Venom that we are going to be utilizing for this, our representative is going to be Eddie Brock.
Okay.
And our representative for Spawn is going to be Al Simmons.
Okay, I'm just I'm just remembering because there was pre-cancer, post-cancer. But if we could just assume it's 80s, 90s, pre-cancer.
Give or take.
Okay, that's fine. That gives me a frame of reference from my Spider-Man comics.
I mean, hey, it ain't gonna matter. No matter how you look at it, Spawn's constantly looking like he got roasted by Savage a little too much.
Yeah.
That said, let's go ahead and do this. Only this time, I'm going to do things a little differently. I'm going to allow you guys to give your personal feel on who should take the point instead of me consistently saying who gets the point.
Okay.
So, with that said, we're going to talk overall endurance. And we're going to start with Venom because I feel like he's the easiest one to do. Now, Venom, we know for a fact we know for a fact he's a very durable and very powerful being, basically. And well, I mean, what hasn't this dude?
I mean, just
Taken
going
to
on,
the chin.
Spud, he's survived, multiple battles with his offspring Carnage. He's gone toe-to-toe with the Hulk. He's gone toe-to-toe with Thor. He's gone toe-to-toe with the X-Men.
Yeah, he and each and every time he tussles with any of these characters, they've proven to be like a lot stronger than him, and he's taking ass whoopings from them constantly.
Yeah, and there's not many people in the Marvel Universe that can take a full-force haymaker from
From the Hulk.
From the Hulk to the face, full-on punch to the face from the Hulk and still get up afterwards.
Yeah.
And then there's not counting the amount of times he's been shot at by conventional weapons and hit with things and, roasted alive by the Human Torch and Firestar. So everyone's had a crack at him.
But very few have actually managed to really, quote unquote, damage Venom.
True.
Unless you use his two major weaknesses against him.
Fire and Sonics.
Yes.
But even then, it takes a very strong blast to full on keep him down long enough to contain him.
Exactly. So in a way, you can definitely say, even though he is weak to these things, he's learned to resist the weakness.
Yeah.
So that's basically Venom. Howsoever, we're not done here yet, because now we got to talk about Spawn and his level of durability. And in comparison to Venom, Spawn doesn't have nearly as many weaknesses. However, we've seen the symbiotic suit that he has. It is quite durable, but even it has its limits.
I mean,
there's only so much that suit can protect him from.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that necroplasm literally just not really protect him as much from like conventional firearms and conventional attacks?
Exactly, which conventional firearms, Venom can resist it. Spawn really can't.
So, yes, it may take a few extra bullets to put him down. Spawn can still be dropped by a thug with a gun.
It could happen. It probably won't, but for the sake of the debate, yes. You definitely could say that Spawn could get fucking dropped by some random schmuck with a pistol down the alleyway. You definitely could say that. Spawn ain't no bitch, but...
No, but I'm just saying all it takes is, a couple of thugs ambushing him in an alleyway with a couple of, with some baseball bats and a shotgun, and, that's going to ruin Al's day.
Exactly. So that said,
But I think we
willing
cannot.
to give endurance to Venom here.
yeah,
Yeah, Venom's taking it because.
He can endure a lot more.
Yep.
so yeah. Overall, for the sake of endurance, we're gonna go ahead and give this point to Venom. So far, Venom is in the lead. Hey, Savage, I hope you're watching, buddy. Venom's winning so far. Nah, who am I kidding? He's gonna bitch about it later.
Don't worry, he's currently doing the dishes.
Anyways, so the next. Why do I always struggle in remembering what we do next? I want to say speed.
Yeah, it's speed.
Okay, then yeah. It's time to do speed. And this time we're going to start with Spawn. And Spawn, believe it or not, he's been shown to be extremely quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm not talking just strictly like actual running speed. I'm talking reflexes, like, reaction time. He's proven to be a very, very quick. He's proven to be very quick on his feet. Like, he doesn't automatically just rely on his own brute physical strength. He actually utilizes some level of speed behind a lot of his attacks as well,
Yeah.
which definitely makes him a formidable opponent.
And the whole thing is, I can't, and I'm also counting this towards his speed feat. He can also shown to be teleporting using his cloak.
Exactly. I almost completely forgot about that. The cloak. So, like, obviously, we'll go into more detail on what the cloak can actually do, but that is something that's a very fair point. That does count as a whole speed feat thing. So his ability to utilize the cloak to teleport from one end to the other, that counts towards the speed feat. So, that's definitely something to keep in mind with Spawn. How does Venom compare?
Venom has the ability to they call it teleportation, but it's very similar where he uses the symbiote to slurp from one slither around with the symbiote.
Yeah, but what's faster, the slithering or an actual teleportation?
Well, the thing is, it depends on the symbiote and its ability, because it can as we saw in the Spider-Man 2001 game, he can quickly.
And fair.
He can quickly, and then there's his agility through web swinging, and his jumping ability.
I mean, have you seen it in the newest Spider-Man game too? I mean, the symbiote, everything.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I know. Just all I'm saying is the way Spawn's teleportation works and the way Venom's teleportation works are two very different versions. I'm sorry. Spawn's whole teleportation thing works like that.
Yeah. While
Venom, not so much.
Whereas, I'm fully in agreement. Yeah, Spawn, I blink, he's one end of the alley to the other and gone.
Exactly. It's why he's able to escape so many of his enemies so quickly.
Could you also count this to his training as a soldier before he became Spawn?
That's going to come into play when we start talking battle intelligence.
I mean, and the thing is, Venom, it's a second or two before the goop has moved from one end to the other.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. With like, at this point, we could argue it, we could debate it. I'm giving the speed feat to Spawn.
Exactly. And the thing is, and I'll say this: Venom is more strength than speed.
Which is the perfect segue into the strength feat. Now, Woody had already brought up with Venom, because we're starting with Venom again. You had already brought up with Venom that he has gone toe-to-toe with characters like the Hulk. We've seen how much punishment he can take, but we've also seen how much punishment he can dish out. And the one thing I'm going to utilize, and I realize this is super cliche, just bear with me. The greatest form to see how his physical strength actually works is when we see him fight Spider-Man. Spider-Man already is ridiculously fucking strong. Venom cannot not only can match his strength, but he can overpower him in literal seconds.
Yep.
And like the actual symbiote suit already, like Eddie Brock on his own is already a pretty strong dude. Like, I mean, come on, we've seen the amount of iron he pumps on a regular basis.
Oh, he was a hench dude.
Exactly. So when you add the Venom symbiote on top of that, now all of a sudden his physical strength is through the fucking roof. And I mean, we've seen Venom chuck Carnage across a fucking alleyway. We've seen him chuck Kraven the Hunter across an alleyway. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude. Kraven the Hunter, if memory serves me right, Kraven the Hunter weighs almost 300 pounds in pure, like, muscle. He's a heavy-set dude. And Venom is able to pick him up by his throat and just lift him up like it's nothing.
Exactly. And the thing is, he's done this to the Hulk. He's done this to Juggernaut. He's done it to Thor.
Exactly.
And it takes a lot of effort to lift Thor and throw him like he's a child.
Exactly. But another thing that I want to utilize as this shows how strong he is, I want to bring up the first Venom movie.
Yeah.
If you guys remember how he kind of climbs that one building, you got to bear in mind, he has no spider powers in this. Like, he doesn't have any of that to help back him up on that.
He's literally
stabbing his fingers into that wall and leaping off of it.
He's literally wrenching the concrete.
Legitimately ripping into the wall to climb it. That takes that takes physical strength beyond anything. Because not only does he have to be able to jam his finger into that fucking wall, in the same exact second, he has to be able to pull himself up.
And the other thing as well that proved his strength in the comics, right? And bear this in mind, Venom has been shown to be able to web and yank both Iron Man and Thor clean out of the sky. And you think how much effort it would take to not only web Iron Man on the leg, latch onto a moving target at the speed Iron Man moves, bear that in mind, and have the strength to literally yank him out of the air and slam him into the ground.
And given he's already flying, he's having to resist turbulence. So the fact that he can do that with ease, that is an incredible strength feat.
Exactly.
How does Spawn compare? I'm giving the point to Venom that he stands no chance.
Well, what about the Spawn with the bugs, Violator, Malboja?
When it comes to battling them, yes, he's definitely been seen backing him in the face, but that's him having to build up momentum. So again, like, that's more him having to utilize his own speed and the environment around him, which again we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So if we're talking just raw, untapped strength, I'm sorry, Venom gets the point.
I mean, even in the games, when we've seen Venom fight Spider-Man, we've often seen a scene where Spider-Man gets webbed by Venom as he's swinging, and Venom just yanks him to the ground. See, yeah.
So yeah, strength point is going to Venom because leaps and bounds in almost every single way. He's so much stronger than Spawn is.
So weapons and
However, this is where things get interesting. Because now we gotta talk about armor and weapons. Well, armor, weapons, and abilities. And this is where things get really fun, where either they're gonna tie out or one is clearly gonna take the edge.
so
So
Venom.
we started with Venom last time. Let's start with Spawn this time.
If
Let's
I
talk
remember,
about that fucking arsenal homeboy has.
yeah, I was going to say he
Which
has a
Which
I'm just saying, doesn't Spawn has a massive collection of conventional firearms from his military training?
And he also has access to demon weapons, angel weapons, alien weapons, depending on which version of Spawn you're talking about.
Oh, yes. So he's quite easily at home, either blowing your head off with a shotgun, grabbing a demonic axe, or just a regular Viking battle axe and embedding it in your skull.
Exactly. Which basically goes to show that one of the greatest things with him is he knows how to use these weapons very proficiently. But again, we're not going to go into that into full-blown detail. We're only kind of glossing over it. Because he's got machine guns, he's got pistols, he's got shotguns, he's got sniper rifles, he's got the chains, he's got the cloak that turns into the axe, he's got a couple of demonic boom guns. He's got a couple of necro pistols, a couple of necro rifles.
And if you go by the McFarlane action figures, he's got the Viking axe, he's got the medieval swords.
Exactly, and then another major thing that I need to point out here: all of his weaponry, last I remember, he can actually enhance how much damage they could do if he enhances them with his necroplasm.
Yeah.
And what's
now the necroplasm, though, we got to keep in mind he can't replenish it easily.
That's his big weakness, isn't it? Because once he runs out of necroplasm, his soul is owned by Malbosia.
It's not even just that. It's also a case of, like, the very moment the necroplasm really can't help him, he's very much defenseless. So at that point, he has to rely on other means.
But
so
then,
with that said,
but the thing is, the one thing you are forgetting, BC, he is an accomplished hand-to-hand combat fighter, thanks to him being a former soldier.
Yeah, but again, that's in the hand-to-hand combat segment.
Okay, I'm just saying that's in his ability, but we can go on it further.
Yeah, no, that one specifically is when we debate hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
You forgot about what else the cloak can do.
It can allow him to glide.
No, not just that. This is coming from him being a character on Mortal Kombat 11. One of his special attacks, he literally flails the cloak open and guns galore is just firing at your ass.
So basically, he can hide things in the cloak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. All right. How does Venom compare?
The symbiote suit that gives him enhanced spider sense abilities, unlimited webbing. The symbiote itself can form weapons and other things, whatever he needs. And it has regenerative.
That's nice and all, but
it's got the thing is, it's also got the regenerative abilities.
Which, yeah. But if I'm gonna be real with you guys, just in sheer firepower alone, I'm kind of wanting to give this to Spawn.
Oh, I'll straight up say Spawn is turning Venom into Swiss cheese with his weapons and armor.
Yeah, just that, like, though, like the amount of weapons, the amount of weapons that he not only has access to, but he knows how to use in comparison to Venom. Even if we were to give, Venom the Necro Sword, at the end of the day, it's not gonna help him much.
No, I'm just going to say, well, the conventional weapons useless against Venom because we've shown that the Venom symbiote is practically bulletproof.
So, with that said, yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and give weapons, armor, and abilities to. We're gonna give it over to Spawn because again,
Yep.
it's that overwhelming arsenal that he has access to at all times.
I'll agree with that one.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, come on, one of the greatest scenes ever for Spawn. Wall explodes, smoke clears, and he's standing there, armed to the teeth, and all he says is, knock, knock. By the way, we love you, Keith David.
Yeah. Oh.
So, with that said,
Oh, there's a poupée. Okay.
So, we just did weapons, armor, and abilities, and that went to Spawn. So, I think the next one we're doing is hand-to-hand combat.
Yep.
So, here's my thing with that. If we were going by how we were doing this originally, I would have bar none given it to Spawn.
And to be fair, I would give it to Spawn because based on one factor.
Military.
Yep, and the fact is that Eddie Brock has no combat proficient background. He's literally just a street fighter.
Exactly. He's a street fighter, therefore he does not have the same level of like actual hand-to-hand techniques. And you could argue that Venom himself, like the actual symbiote, you could argue he does, but even then, like in comparison to Al Simmons, Venom's not really as proficient in hand-to-hand combat.
No, but I mean, even when you take it, Al puts on the suit, he hasn't lost any of that combat proficiency. He's still the very dangerous soldier he was.
Exactly. Take away the suit, he's still dangerous. Eddie Brock, take away the Venom symbiote, he's just a reporter.
He's a hench reporter who actually does have some level of combat skill. He
can more than hold his own in a fight, but can he beat a mercenary? No, he cannot.
No, he's good at throwing a few punches, doing a few wrestling moves.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to so right now we're kind of sitting at a little bit of a tie here. So I don't want to just immediately say we're going to tie them out in hand-to-hand combat. I'm going to allow Dreamer to be the one to decide who gets the point.
Hello, Papa.
Venom.
Ooh.
Damn.
Can I ask why?
I mean, if you think about it, Spawn, it's super, super, super close. But I feel like Venom, might be able, with the symbiote, be able to get a one-over just a little bit faster in hand-to-hand.
Yeah, but that military training that's tough to get around.
But I feel like Venom could be just a little unexpected.
You're playing off of the fact that he's an alien species,
and he can use that to his advantage.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's an interesting route to take, Dreamer. Very.
Okay, does anybody else want to dispute this?
Uh,
I kind of personally want to tie them out on this one.
All right, Woody, you're the tiebreaker.
I'm going to give this one straight up, based on what I've seen in the comic books. Oh, I would actually give it to Al Simmons. Yes, Venom is a strong fighter. He can throw hands, and he's very unpredictable in a fight. However,
If
that
Al
can
Simmons
be,
gets it, if Al Simmons gets his hands on you, it's curtains.
but at the end of the day, unpredictable versus a fully trained U.S. Army soldier and mercenary trained in guerrilla warfare, no.
So,
Looks like you're the deciding vote.
so here's what I'm gonna do. When it comes to hand-to-hand combat, bearing in mind, I will openly admit I am a little biased with this, but I'm also looking at it from the standpoint of let's look at it strictly based on facts, what we've actually seen between the two characters. I'm giving hand-to-hand combat to Spawn all day. So, hand-to-hand combat point, that goes to Al Simmons, Spawn. But this is where things are definitely going to be taking one hell of a turn. Battle intelligence. And like I've stated in multiple battles already, whoever takes this point stands the highest chance of winning the fight. It's not a guaranteed win, though, but it is definitely something that's going to help. So between the two characters, who is the most likely to take all of their skills, all of their base abilities, all like everything that we know about these characters, who is the most efficient with their abilities and their skills? Woody, go.
I would actually put this down to. I mean, this is a very difficult one, very close on, and I'm leaning more towards Venom, and
For
this is
battle
why I'm saying
intelligence?
simple. He's very, despite his massive size, he is very stealthy. He's good at ambushes, and he is very powerful.
Okay.
I mean, how many times have we seen in various things where he's been able to get the drop on multiple people?
I mean, fair. That is a very fair and valid point.
I mean, and the fact is, he can hide himself in a stealth ability from other people. Wait to the opportune moment to ambush, and then take them out. I think that might be a very dangerous thing to go against Spawn.
While fair, I feel like this is the one area where you're definitely not keeping in mind the military training that Al Simmons has. If he has even the slightest inkling that Venom is there, he will know where he's at, and he will be able to provide a counterattack. And we've seen him do this.
True. I'll give you that one.
Anyway, so it's not just me and you talking the whole time. Dreamer, battle intelligence, who would you give it to?
Well, I mean, Spawn, considering he has, military training, as you mentioned. I mean, that does come in handy. It's something that would be ingrained in him. he could use it to his advantage.
Okay. Rob?
I was originally going to tie them out, but then I remembered one thing. Even though we've seen Venom get the jump on Spider-Man so many times because he can elude the spider sense of Spider-Man. But that's only on Spider-Man.
It won't work on Spawn.
So I'm going to have to give it to Spawn on this one.
But the thing is, Rob, Venom has used that stealth drop on so many other heroes and villains in the comic books.
Yeah, but at the same time, look at the villain. Look at the other villains and heroes Venom was fighting, and then look at the ones that Spawn fights. Like that. That's two completely separate calibers at that point.
Okay, well, I was going to say, how stealthy do you got to be to get the drop on like the Iron Man, Thor, Carnage, Toxin?
And I won't take that from you, but at the same time, how much more efficiently can Spawn get the drop on any of his enemies? Because real quick, whoever here remembers the HBO Max Spawn cartoon?
It never had over here.
I'm gonna say one line from a very specific episode, and you'll know exactly where I'm going with this. I warned you, you fat piece of shit.
I missed it.
The way he hid in that elevator and was able to completely cloak himself to where no one knew he was there. And he waited it out. And he waited until that fat son of a bitch was by himself in that fucking elevator. And when he finally was, that was when he revealed himself. That's when he got the drop on him. Not
okay.
a soul knew he was there.
I will give you that. I'll take your word for that one because I've never seen it. I need to get the DVD now that it's... well, it never aired in the UK. It never aired, so...
Okay, all right. I'll shut up. I'll back off. That's something I didn't think about.
My ankle.
I was sitting there like, oh God, no, he's grabbing the ankle.
No, I was willingly offering it up.
No, I was going to say, look, I'm only ignorant because it passed me by. I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's perfectly fine. So battle intelligence wise, yeah, I think it's no contest. It's going to Spawn. But now, final verdict. Who do we think is going to win this scrap battle? And as per usual, we start with Woody. We start from the bottom and we work our way up to me.
We'll eat your brains, Simmons.
So you say Venom's going to win.
Oh, yeah, I just think, I think, to be honest, I think Spawn has so many handicaps when it comes to Venom. Especially with the fact he can't replenish the necroplasm, he can't take as much physical punishment, and the fact that conventional weapons don't work on Eddie. He's going to have a tough time cracking that symbiote.
Okay. Dreamer.
That's the one.
I mean, I would maybe have to agree with Woody on this one.
So you're saying Venom as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You going to give a reason, or?
I mean, Woody kind of took mine, so I don't want to repeat them. It's okay. I forgive you. I forgive you this time.
Wow, what have you been forgiven for once?
Yay! Do you want me to get you, Rob?
She'll do it. Anyway, so before we allow Dreamer to start killing people left and right, Rob, I feel like I already know who you're going to say and your reason why, but for the sake of the episode, who do you feel is going to win?
I'm gonna sum it up the only way I know I can and will.
Go on.
Spawn is gonna turn Venom inside out ass first.
Okay.
All right. I know it's been a while. Venom versus Spawn. Scrap battle. Let's do this. So, the scene opens up. We're in the alleyway. And Eddie Brock has already tracked somebody down. And Venom is very hungry. The guy is clearly already scared. He's running as fast as he can. Sees the alleyway, takes off running. And he just keeps going, and he makes a random left. And he sees, like, at this point, he's running so fast he doesn't realize he's basically near a church. And there's a lot of people, like, there's a lot of homeless people in this slum, and they're all watching all this go down, and they're all hiding behind, like, trash cans and such because they don't know what's going on. All they hear is the classic. Finally, Eddie catches up, and he lets Venom out. Grabs a hold of the guy, and he starts lifting him up, and, like, his tongue is licking the guy's face up, all creepy-like. But then he hears a voice behind him with a simple warning. If you don't put him down, I'm going to have to hurt you. Venom looks over his shoulder to see Spawn, his eyes glowing green, the cloak very much hiding his physical silhouette. Clearly enough, he's cloaked in the shadows. And he's like, at this point, he's telling him, if you don't knock it off, I'm going to fuck you up. I'm giving you one chance to leave this fucking alleyway, and if you don't do that, I'm going to whoop your ass. Venom, having no bitch in him, decides to just toss this guy off to the side because he's looking at it. Because while Eddie is trying to tell Venom, no, we got to take this guy out, Venom loves the challenge. So Venom turns around. He starts laughing. The battle begins, and Venom leaps forward. Arms open, and he swipes at Spawn, only to realize he hit a puff of smoke. Venom is going, wait, what the fuck? What's going on here? And then all of a sudden, he's getting drilled from behind with a bunch of fucking machine gun bullets. And when he turns around, Spawn was already right in front of his face, and he clocked him really hard he hits him with a haymaker right in the jaw. Venom takes this and then smacks the shit out of Spawn. Spawn goes flying across the fucking field, barely catching himself on the ground. At this point, Venom is now hot on his ass. So at this point, Venom is ready. He's on the charge. Spawn needs to very quickly figure out a way to basically control the battle and put things back in his favor. But as Venom is coming at him, at this point, he's kind of got tunnel vision going on. He's not fully paying attention. So when he knocked over a burning trash can, he felt the burn of the fire, and he reacted to it real quick. Spawn caught that, and he kept it in mind. So as he's kind of playing evade, teleporting back and forth, Venom is chasing his ass down. He wants to feel this kill. Know what I mean? So finally, he actually does somewhat manage to corner Spawn, or so he thinks. As Venom's slowly creeping up to him, licking his lips, ready to just chow down on Spawn. Spawn merely lifts up his cloak, and the area goes ablaze. Venom starts freaking out. At this point, he's asking himself, what the fuck just happened? How the hell did he know? So now all of a sudden, as Venom is freaking out, his defenses come down. Spawn sees this as an opportunity, and he goes in to give Venom a beating of a lifetime. So he leaps across and basically does a Spawn version of a rider kick straight to Venom's head. Venom falls back. Spawn gets on top of him. Who here remembers what happens on the streets whenever your opponent gets right on top of you? They proceed to beat the motherfucking brakes off of you. So he's on top of Venom, and he's clobbering him, haymaker after haymaker. He's hitting him as hard as he can. And there are a couple times where his fists start glowing green. He's using his necroplasm to increase his physical punch. So every single time he hits Venom, Venom's feeling that shit. Finally, Venom manages to kick him off, but right when he kicks Spawn off, he flips back up, but sees the fire's gone, Spawn's gone. He has no idea what could possibly be going on. So what does he do? He climbs to the roof to try and scope him out from the top. He notices the cross of the church looks like it has a little bit of red flailing about. He grins and he leaps for it. Takes out the cross, and there's a puff of smoke. But right when he realizes it was just a random red scarf, he's like, the fuck? Right from behind. Not only did Spawn once again get the drop on his ass, he stabbed him through the chest with one of his swords. Now, this didn't do a lot in the realm of damage, because he can't quite, Spawn hasn't quite figured out how to permanently put him down yet. So he stabs him through the back. Venom screeches and then goes to swing from behind. He barely grazes Al's chest with his claw. And when he finally gets one look at Al and he sees he actually scratched him, and he's leaking necroplasm, which means if he don't heal quickly, he could end up being in a lot of trouble. Venom very quickly catches on. Do not let him get anywhere away from me. So now he is hot on Al's ass yet again. Only now he is booking it like he's never booked it before. He's coming at Spawn as if he's chasing after him as if he was the Juggernaut. Like, he is holding nothing back. He's throwing things at him. He's slamming the ground. He is turning his hand into an axe to try and swipe at him. He is doing everything he can to catch Spawn. Finally, he manages to get that one really solid hit in. And this time he could tell for sure he hit it. Because Al flies through a wall. And bear in mind, he just got scratched. So he's leaking necroplasm. He's breathing in, breathing out, trying to regulate himself. Al stands back up. Venom grabs him by the throat and he starts lifting him up. Again, he is enjoying every aspect of this. The jaw opens up, clamps down on Spawn's neck. Spawn's symbiotic suit starts responding. The chains on his belt deploy, and they just barely block the teeth from actually making contact with his neck, giving him just enough breathing room to kick Venom off of it. Now that the chains are in play, Spawn simply holds out his arms, and the chains just start grabbing a hold of Venom and slamming him back and forth, up and down. At this point, he's doing everything he can to wear him down. These chains aren't going to work for very long, though, because eventually Venom does break free. Venom then grabs a hold of him, and in his fit of rage, he throws Spawn as hard as he can. Spawn flies through a couple walls and then slams into a bell. The bell goes off, and now all of a sudden Venom's screaming again, and he's holding his ears. And Spawn figures it out. Fire isn't his only weakness. Sound waves are as well. So now he's looking about to see exactly what he could do to recreate something similar. Knowing that Venom is coming, like as soon as that bell finally stops dinging, Venom is going to be back on his feet and he's going to be coming at him like a bat out of hell. So he has to think and he has to be smart. And as soon as he finally puts together his plan, he disappears into the shadows. Venom is tracking him yet again because at this point he's following the drips of the necroplasm. Before Venom starts to strike whatever's in front of him, he stops for a second, turns and looks behind him, starts checking his overall surroundings, shrugs, and then continues his pursuit. Hey! Venom turns. He grins. And while Alton is standing there, he has his axe in one hand. No longer has a cloak at this point, because the cloak became the axe. So he's holding onto that axe. But in his other hand is a steel pipe. Venom giggles like this is going to be so much fun. Charges right at him. Spawn simply says, I've had enough. Holds up the pipe and he whacks it with the blade of the axe, or the side of the axe, and it makes a gong sound. Venom starts freaking out yet again and he drops to the floor. And while the thing is still going off, he throws it at Venom and it stabs him right in the shoulder. Venom is screaming. He grabs a hold of it and he starts trying to pull it out. But little did he know, Venom walked right into a perfectly placed trap. Because now, Spawn is slamming construction level beams in front of him, where every single time he slams it in, it makes the really loud ringing sound. And each time he does it, Venom is losing his mind. He's freaking out. As soon as he finally has him basically trapped in a ring of nothing but sonic waves, he's looking at Venom, and and when he resheathes the axe on his back and it turns it back into the cloak, he grabs a hold of the cloak, does one wave of it, and unleashes the fires of hell. At this point, it's safe to say, if Venom doesn't get out of this quick, it's over. Venom is doing everything in his power to not only resist the flames, but resist the sonic waves. He knows he can't fight it. So as a last-ditch effort, he separates himself from Eddie and he allows himself to go. The fires ignite Venom and turn him to mush. Spawn wins. The things that made it clear to me that Spawn would win. It's not even just the battle intelligence. It's the fact that we have seen multiple times over. Not only can he more than stand his ground, he knows how to control the battlefield. With that military training, he knows how to form a strategy and how to form it quick. Therefore, it was only a matter of time before Venom ran out of proper means of not only keeping up with him, but keeping him down. That, and even though, yes, Venom was significantly more durable and was significantly stronger, at the end of the day, Spawn had the speed, the intellect, and the smarts to utilize his surroundings. And entirely because of that, that is why I feel that Spawn would win. I was waiting for somebody to either clap or be like, woo! Because that story was tough for me, man.
Spawn did out what he was set to do.
And I mean, obviously, for anybody who's watching this afterwards, if you feel that I got it wrong, by all means, let me know. Just remain respectful about it, because I know how some of you Marvel Comics people can be.
Mm.
Yeah. So, yeah, with that said, Spawn. So, yeah, I definitely feel like Spawn versus Venom was a much more even fight. In fact, I feel like it was one of our better suggestions because, I mean, in a way, they're both very, very similar characters. It's just, unfortunately, one was clearly better built for any scenario.
Eddie Brock.
That said, how did you guys like the fact that I allowed Venom to save Eddie?
Yeah,
I thought it was a cool callback to Venom 1.
Huh?
I thought it was a nice callback to towards the end of the first Venom movie.
And to be fair, it did fit the whole aesthetic of the '90s Marvel comics, where the symbiotes would sort of separate quite regularly.
Yeah, but in this case, I was going for the angle of I know I'm about to die, but I'm not about to take my host with me.
Yeah, but you know what I mean is how many times have we seen in the comic books that where like Carnage would separate from Cletus, Cletus would get arrested or put into containment, and then the Carnage symbiote would find him later.
Yeah.
I mean, that was all, it's like, okay, we've got Carnage about to break out of Ravencroft Asylum. So, yeah, okay.
So, yeah. That was this week's Scrap Battle, and I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yes. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry.
So, now it's time for the fun. The after party.
So, but can we ask, is it, so it's not quite time to ask the two questions, or at least one of the questions.
No, not yet. We're actually going to go ahead and actually have a little bit of fun before I finally decide to wrap all this up.
Okay.
So, I'm kind of amazed that he's not screaming that I'm biased right now.
Well, for one, I'm not yet. It's not a Godzilla battle where Godzilla defeats God simply by sneezing. No, this one was actually quite. This one was actually quite well thought out. It was, compared to what we've seen previously.
I still feel my best one was when we did Mega Man X versus Samus.
Nah, I think one of my favorites though has been the Ichigo versus Cap.
You're still bitter about the fact that I made that one ended up being a tie.
No, it was come on, it was the sort of the Rocky ending where they just sort of hit each other and we never see what happens afterwards. There's like, oh, come on! Who won?
Now, while fair, Woody, I'll give you that. Here's my rebuttal.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not good storytelling?
It was a fantastic storytelling, but that's why I'm on the edge of my seat. It was like Ichigo and Captain America go to connect with each other. End credits. I'm thinking, fuck! No!
So what you're saying is, from a storytelling perspective, I hooked your ass.
Oh, you definitely did. It was like, come on, Ichigo, Captain America, both throwing their hands at each other, both going, I can do this all day.
I can do this all day.
And
then next thing you know,
because you haven't recovered from the Godzilla versus Cthulhu fight.
Oh, Godzilla vs. Cthulhu is non-canon. It never happened.
So BC, should we bring up that could be a possibility to come back again?
Godzilla vs. Cthulhu round 2 is definitely in the cards.
Considering we giggled about it, I don't know, last night.
Well, I tell you what. We all know the answer is your Godzilla bias bitch ass is not picking Godzilla again.
Does that mean I have a Godzilla bias too? Because I picked Godzilla.
No. The difference between you, Dreamer, and BC is no matter who we pit against Godzilla, BC always picks Godzilla to win because he's a biased bitch.
No, he doesn't. Can I do it, BC? Can I have fun?
No, but yet, Helen, I offer up the ankle.
I don't need the ankle. I have power.
Dreamer attack approved. I want to see what happens.
So Woody.
Mm-hmm.
Bless your pea-picking little heart.
Uh,
Oh, he did.
But thank you for the ankle. But I'm good.
Hey, Rob,
like,
come here.
Whee!
look, like I said before the show, BC, you would have Godzilla versus the Death Star. The Death Star would nuke freaking the planet Earth. Godzilla would somehow manage to survive an atomic breath of the Death Star.
I mean, considering again, do I have to repeat myself? Let's think of the ending to the Death Star and what ended up ending the Death Star. So what your point is a moot point.
No, it's just the fact that the
Basically saying the
Godzilla.
Death Star lost because Luke Skywalker shot a missile up its rectum.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, the fact that like you're trying to say that like Godzilla would actually beat the Death Star, it's not that hard. So you need a different, analogy, or else I'm just gonna keep owning you.
Godzilla, according to BC, Godzilla would somehow survive the destruction of Krypton.
I mean, let's not even go there.
Hey, Woody,
Mm-hmm.
I hate to break it to you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the depths of hell could contain him.
Oh, yeah.
He went to argue me, but clearly enough, he had to have either seen that comic or read it to know I'm telling the truth.
Why is Rob?
I'm just entertaining myself while you're getting an ass whooping by these two.
Yeah, like honestly, Woody, you're kind of getting cooked right now. I can smell your British ass all the way from Illinois.
No, I ain't done cooking yet.
Are you sure?
Oh, there's plenty.
Uh-huh.
Now, again, he almost went to clap back at me, but then realized I was telling the truth.
That's not
So
his
it's like at that point now he's stagnant because not only does he know what I said was true, he also knows that if he continues this battle, he's not gonna win.
Yeah, just like everybody else, you throw at freaking Godzilla because you're a biased bitch. Oh,
Well,
Man,
at least he had, you're a Bluey stan, so don't even go there.
That's what I'm smelling.
Oh, yeah.
No. See, I wasn't even gonna go there. I was gonna be nice, but now
Not
that
nice.
no. So now that's out in the air. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Tell the audience how you immediately came to Bandit's defense when me and Dreamer, the actual parents in this group, were talking about the many episodes of Bluey that we were made to watch because our kids love the show. And the first thing you said was, "Oh, I love how Bandit sits there and says these technical cuss words."
Yeah, he says, "Oh, biscuits."
I'm just saying.
And we're all literally sitting there like, why the fuck would you know that unless you watch the show?
I think he secretly has watched the show and doesn't want to admit it because he thinks people are going to judge him when really nobody would judge you for watching Bluey,
Dude, I
considering
love
it's a
watching Bluey with
masterpiece.
my son.
It's amazing.
I have no
entertaining sometimes.
I have no recollection of this conversation. You must have dreamed it.
You got yourself
Were you drunk?
You know what? Come here.
What?
I think he was drunk.
I'm gonna go get myself a snack real quick. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you aiming at?
Ow.
Oh,
I have
I missed the ass whooping.
He can watch
Oh,
it
no.
later.
Well, I'm not doing it again.
Well, he can watch it later.
I don't even get the danger pay from being punched in the face.
You don't get paid at all.
That's what I don't even get paid at all.
That's
basically, I can officially say I'm not getting paid. I'm going on strike.
What would be the point of going on strike? Like, I mean,
I
okay. So
don't.
you're going on a strike, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, strike one.
Ow!
strike 2,
Ow!
strike 3. You're out. But I mean, really, Woody, just admit it that you are a Bandit stan. Just admit it. It will make you
Just admit
feel
it.
better. You will feel this weight just leave your whole body the second you just admit it.
Admit to what?
That you are a Bandit stan. Like, I mean, seriously. I mean, BC and I have admitted that we like the show, and so we feel just weightless.
So basically, you're saying I'm a bandit son because I said biscuits that one time.
You say it all the time.
Not only do you say it all the time, you even straight up admitted you got it from Bandit.
You did.
No, no.
Just admit it.
I can see the look on his face. He's trying so hard not to just admit it.
He wants to. It'll make you feel just weightless.
No.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Bandit
okay.
stands for you as well.
Yeah.
Well, if I admit by some outside miracle that I am a bandit, Sam, would you admit you're a biased Godzilla bitch?
If it was true, then yes, I would.
Well, then, since what you're saying is not true, what you're saying about me is not true.
Yeah, but we have all the evidence needed to prove that you're trying to lie.
We do.
You just keep going back and forth with this shit. You know,
I mean,
Woody,
you even
Woody,
admitted to
Buddy,
having
Buddy,
it show up on TikTok.
But Woody, buddy, let me explain something to you real quick. Yeah, come here. You do know the definition of insanity, right? It's when you do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. You want to know what part of that is?
That's the definition of insanity, at least according to Albert Einstein.
Exactly. So guess what? You're consistently denying that you're a bandit stan, so therefore you're doing everything in your power to remain on that stance, and you're doing it over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. You're going insane.
Well, the thing is, if I was a bandit stan, where's my bandit tattoo? Where's the bandit shirt?
Well, I mean,
I could say
to
something.
be fair, I don't think anybody here wants to see you without a shirt. So,
I mean, I could say that the bandit tattoo is on your ass.
Oh, I could drop my pants here and wait, no, that'd go against the rating.
Anyway, so Rob, what were you saying last time?
Wait, no, sorry, that'd be we'd definitely lose our sponsorship money then.
That nobody wants to see that.
No,
Nobody wants
hold on. I heard Rob was saying something, but I couldn't quite catch on to what it was.
You remember the last time you dropped your pants? You got kicked out of Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh my god, this stupid motherfucker. Oh my god.
Oh, another thing, BC. If I was a bandit stand, why would I? Where's the bandit toys as figure of the week?
You're just waiting to bust it out at the right time.
You have it hidden under your bed.
Yeah, you're just waiting for the right time to bust that son of a bitch out. And as soon as you do, I'll be right there. I'll be right there on your ass.
What are you gonna do, B?
Going, I can fuck with it on my own time. Caught you.
What are you gonna do, BC? Open all my packages to make sure that done. This one's got the bandit in it. Damn it.
What the fuck just happened to the show?
You're welcome.
Basically, it's now accused. We're in the accused Woody of being a bandit stand segment of the show.
To be fair, none of this would have happened if you never would have accused me of being biased towards Godzilla, even though all of you threw battles at me where I straight up said, yeah, nah, Godzilla's not winning that.
Exactly. So therefore, he's not biased. But you, Woody, are always going to be a bandit stan.
Just admit it. Just admit it.
Ah, biscuits. Like,
There you go. There you go.
There you go. See, does it feel good?
bollocks. There you go.
Does it feel good?
I feel better after I feel better after saying bollocks.
Yeah, but the fact is that you said biscuits.
Well, we all know what Woody's going to do for Halloween.
What's that?
Do I really have to say it?
He's going to dress up as Bandit. That's what he's going to do.
The meme is going to live. But then when Woody finally reaches that point where he has to walk up to Rob and ask him, why the hell are you so happy being single? Rob will simply go, I got others to a treasure I cannot possess. Rob is sitting there like, I thought I was safe, you asshole. What the fuck?
Nobody's
Yeah.
safe.
Hey,
Yeah, we all know. Look, we all know Rob is. We all know Ez's Uncle Punching Bag.
that's me, motherfucker, so shut up.
Yeah, we just say Rob is Uncle Punching Bag.
You said Ez first.
I was gonna say, yep. Well, Ez is second.
So what were you about to say?
Swamp me and Woody so you two can go at it. I'm going to make another meme come to live. Start arguing
So
about
what do
something here.
So
I mean, I'm sure that
basically,
you have something.
So you're a Bandit fan.
at what point did I admit I'm a Bandit stan?
You
Is it
admitted it
because
last week.
You did.
Is it because I said biscuits at one time? One time.
You've said it more than once.
You
Do
said
I
it a
need to
multitude
keep
of different
count?
God fucking damn it,
Do I
Rob.
need to keep count? So
God
basically,
fucking
do I
damn
need
it,
to keep count
Rob.
from now on? I can keep count. I'll have the page of how many
Helen,
times
you
is
do
Woody
realize what
saying.
I'm eating, right?
Yeah, you got your popcorn.
Fucking damn it.
The walking meme lives.
No, so
I was
BC,
gonna say-
I'm going to keep a note of how many times Woody says, oh, biscuits in a week.
I bet I know that, and I bet you, Helen, on Monday when we start that counter, the number of times I'll say our biscuits will be
Hold the fuck up.
zero.
Hold the fuck up. Woody,
What?
was that your beer gut that we saw, or are you secretly pregnant and you just didn't want to tell us?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That would have
Did
to
I-
be immaculate conception.
Yeah, I'm 6 months. I'm 6 months pregnant. I'm due soon.
Is that your food, baby?
Yeah.
He could be like Zilla and reproduce asexually.
I mean,
Why would you bring that fucking reject into this?
No, it's definitely a food baby.
it's all that pizza you eat
Yeah, it's.
and all those milkshakes you have.
Well, I'll freely admit, I'll let you in on a little secret.
He drinks all the milkshakes because it all brings all the boys to the yard.
I was about to say, does your
Damn
milkshake
it.
bring all the boys to the yard?
I was about to say.
That's what
look,
you wish happened.
No, I was just about to admit. Yes, I work night shift. My diet is ass.
But you didn't answer the question, Woody. Does your
What?
milkshake bring all the boys to the yard?
No, it
Are their
doesn't.
lives better than yours?
I'm an asshole and I approve.
God damn it.
Their
Basically,
life is
yes.
better than yours.
Well,
Oh,
when it comes to you not admitting to being a bandit stan, this is one thing I have to say to that. Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why.
never wanna hear you say
I want it that way.
I was half expecting you to.
are a bandit stan.
There it is. Oh, there it is. There it is.
No, I can see it all over Woody's face. He's sitting there like he's fucking setting up for something. I know he is. He ain't about to sit here and pull some American Idol bullshit right now. He's leading up to something.
So basically, BC, is that now the next song for scrap covers? Considering we've now got My Bills Are Too High, Putin on the Scrapyard, and now you want a bandit stand.
Bandit stand.
Or you can say, bye, Bandit Stan.
So basically, we've now got the first.
No. See now, if bees started My Bills Are Too High and Caught Me Putin on the Scrapyard was done by Woody.
So BC now has You Are a
Bandit
Bandit.
Stan was done by me. So it only makes sense for the next one to be for Rob.
Yep.
I don't know, a cheesy ass song that would insult Woody.
What, Fly Like an Eagle?
Let the C4 carry me.
Whee!
Yeah, so look, we've now all got our very own songs for the Scrapyard cover party.
Now I'm
don't.
thinking, so you're in trouble.
I don't have one.
I can tell you were thinking. You want to know why? I can see the smoke.
Oh! I thought I heard the hamster wheels squeaking.
Better than you having Bandit on your brain all the time.
Oh!
I mean, he's not lying.
I don't have Bandit on the brain.
Bullcrap.
Just don't miss. God damn.
I mean,
Damn.
just admit it. Or do you tell all your friends that you're a Bandit stan, but then you won't tell us that you're a Bandit stan?
Is
No,
it because you're embarrassed of it? It's okay.
I mean, if you think we're
no.
gonna make fun of you, we really won't.
It's bullshit. You've been doing this all fucking night.
Well, you're the one who always says, "Oh, biscuits."
Hang on. You've said no biscuits more than I have.
No, I don't. Bullshit.
You
Okay.
said
I think I got Rob's.
What?
What is it?
His is How could this happen to me? He got my ankle. He threw me across the room. I'm sick of this shit. Oh shit, he's here. Now it's time for round
Oh, we've basically now got to think of one for Dreamer.
Oh, I already know what the title for hers is going to be whenever we come up with it.
What
Bless
would
your
it be?
heart.
It doesn't have the same effect.
No.
No, give me a minute. I'll find something. I'll make it work.
I mean, really, BC. It just doesn't. See, look, nobody died. But watch this. Hey, Rob. Bless your heart.
You good?
Something wrong.
I mean, when you can do that, let me know.
Oh, DC couldn't do that if he tried. DC says, bless your heart, it doesn't have the same power that Dreamer does.
Yeah? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rob.
Yes.
How about that butt sex? Got him!
Got him.
I'm just as much as an amused child than you are, Bandit Stan. We get it.
He almost said it. He wants to.
God fucking damn it, Rob. Just God fucking damn it. Oh. Well, I thought it was bad enough with BC going, you're a bandit stand. You know, now got it going from Rob and Dreamer. God damn.
You wanna know why?
Why?
Because you are a bandit.
God damn it.
Alright, let's calm down.
Calm blue ocean. Calm blue ocean.
You mean Bluey Ocean.
You just can't let it go like your Godzilla bias.
He's already proven he's not biased with Godzilla. Like, obviously, do we need to get your ears cleaned out?
He's denying he's got a Godzilla bias.
Well, you're
So like how
denying
you're
that
denying that
you're
you're
a
a bandit
bandit
fan.
fan.
Hey, BC. I got a question for you. Who would win in a fight, Zilla or Bandit?
See, I can't. No. See, I can't answer that either way. Because if I say Zilla would win, he'd call me a Godzilla biased bitch. But if I said Bandit would win, he would get bent out of shape with me and immediately say, the only reason why you're saying that is because you know I'm a Bandit stan.
It would finally get him to admit it,
Zilla
though.
is its official name.
Oh, I don't.
What are you going to do? Change my name on here to Bandit Stan or something?
I mean, can I?
I don't know. Can you?
Hold on, let me check.
Oh.
Let me check.
Do it.
And the name. Oh my god.
Do it. Do it.
Shit. God.
That was perfect.
Wait, no, hold up. I can do better. Hold up.
Add on biscuits.
Aw, biscuits. We're going to hell for this,
We are.
but it's gonna be.
I'll bring the
more.
marshmallows.
God damn it. Oh.
But you know what? No. Let me say this real quick. I'm proud of the fact that Woody is being such a fucking good sport about this, especially after how much everybody was cooking Ez or Bees last week. So the fact that he's taking the fucking lashings and just not fucking doing shit about it, like, I appreciate the fuck out of that.
Oh, God damn you. You're an asshole.
He's like, thank you very much.
You're all assholes. That's it. You know what? I'm gonna unleash the most devastating insults. 1, you're not coming to my birthday party. 2, you're off the Christmas list.
And
So,
Oh.
All right, so if we're going with schoolyard insults, your mom's a hoe.
No, I was just gonna say, don't you remember when you were a kid and it was like, oh, the most devastating thing you could say was, "You're not coming to my birthday party."
now I just
Oh!
go, and
So your mom's a hoe. My dad could beat up your dad. I'm fastening you on the monkey bars, and I can swing higher than you.
I got one even better. Modern day childhood. We're not bandit stands.
God damn it!
And I'm just gonna say this, Bandit Stan. Your whole you're not going to my party. That's fine. I didn't want to go to your party. I wanted to stay in my pajamas all day and hide in my room. So that's fine.
God damn! I'll tell you what. Dreamer has mastered those comebacks.
All right. I think we've had enough.
Yes, that was fun. It was fun while it lasted. Now it's done.
For this episode.
For now.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh my god.
Oh. So, is it okay for me to ask the 2 questions? Are we
Give me a
tying up?
second.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
So, sadly, because Brixham ain't here, I can ask. A new challenger appears.
Not yet.
It's approaches, by the way.
Hmm?
In it, a new challenger approaches.
Learn your American English, you fuck.
I mean, I'm just
I was
just reminding you that's what it says.
okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you really?
Yes. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't give a shit.
Okay, so Woody, ask the question.
A new challenger approaches.
I said ask the question, dumbass.
Oh. GPT, what are we going to talk about next week?
I'm glad you asked.
Figures that surprised us. Oh, book. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting topic.
Now, Rob, you get to be the one that unleashes the next battle.
Do we say A new challenger approaches.
Let him cook. Let him cook. He's
Oh,
about to hit
what's
us
he
with
doing?
something.
Oh.
I mean, I have an idea.
Challenger approaches.
Oh. Ninja Turtle Battle Royale. Ooh.
Now let me explain this one first. I'm going to be explaining this real quick. What this is this is a battle royale. This isn't them going up against a specific opponent. They're fighting each other. And whoever wins will be slotted into a we don't touch this character until a very specific moment type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Whoever wins this has to come back for a singular scrap battle.
Can you
But
just
that
say,
won't-
BC, who came up with the idea?
We did.
Mhm.
So, before we carry on, which incarnation are we talking about? 87, Mirage,
Yes.
Eastman and Lead? Oh.
Yes.
In general.
All the above.
Oh.
So, anyways, now when we do another battle royale, the winner from that battle royale will go up against the winner from the previous battle royale in a single rap battle. And we will,
Ooh.
and from there, we will crown who is the ultimate winner.
Oh. It's an interesting new way of doing things.
It's not
So-
an every week thing, though. It's just a very special thing. It happens whenever BC gets in the mood.
Correct.
So don't expect
So,
don't expect this every week, folks.
yeah, don't expect it every week. Just know when I'm ready to reveal who the next battle royale is going to be, y'all are not ready.
I think I already know.
Well, you can tell me who you think it is after the show.
I'll wait.
Wait till the right time.
So, with that said, thank you for everybody who actually did show up for the night. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the cast as per usual. I greatly appreciate it.
No worries,
Above all-
BC.
And above all, give it up to Woody for being an absolutely awesome bandit stand.
God damn you.
Round of applause.
Okay, for real, this time I'm done.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so with that said, everybody, I hope you enjoyed. And
Just to make
the JJ
Sadly-
that did not get to show up, I'm recording 86B's review tomorrow, so look forward to getting the clips.
Sadly, I will be giving next week a miss because I will be at TF Nation. So I will. So after that, I will have to give a report on that.
Which, perfectly fine. Just keep us posted.
Yeah, trust me, I'll have plenty to talk about from my weekend at TF Nation.
Let me go through a list of things I still need, and then I'll let you know what I'm looking for.
Okay, but yeah, I'll be giving a report. I know Bricks has given me some exclusive stuff he wants me to pick up for him, so
Okay. Then
I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you after the show. So.
All right. So then I think we're basically done and good to go. We can move on.
Yeah,
right.
we're good to go.
Rob, anything you want to announce?
Nah,
It can literally be anything.
I'm out.
Dreamer, any announcements, or are you good?
I just want to say thank you guys for being so supportive this week while I've been going through a bunch of stuff. So thank you guys so much.
Anytime.
No worries.
And we all respect privacy around here, so don't be poking in her business. Because if I find out that y'all have been pestering her because you want to know what's going on, you're gonna deal with me. And if you have to deal with me, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah.
So that said, yeah, we've taken up enough of your time, guys, and as per usual, we appreciate the fact that you guys are here. And every single time, like even if you're not here live, every single time you click the video, you interact with it, it shows us that you appreciate us because we appreciate you.
And you, Daniel, and you, Mebius. Thank you. Thank you, Mebius, for joining us every single week, man.
It
We
warms
really,
our hearts to know we entertain you that much. So with that
thank
said,
you, Mebius.
everybody, I think it's about time we go ahead and get out of here. So with all that said, I've been BC.
Fucking Rob.
Dreamer girl.
I've been Woody.
We'll catch you guys next week.
See you next week.